All right, tell me your name and the company that you work for.
My name's Nigel Blackmore. I work for Hatch IAS. IAS is Industrial Automation Services. We're in Pittsburgh, near Pittsburgh Airport in Pennsylvania, in a town called Aliquippa, PA.
Nigel, how long have you worked in the aluminum industry?
Well, a very interesting career. I started in the aluminum industry back when I was a young apprentice. About 1976, I started at Davy Lowy, which was Lowy Robertson Engineering.
And where was that?
And that was in the south of England, in the UK, where Davy had their offices, and it was Lowy Robertson Engineering.
Okay.
Yes.
And what did you do at that time?
Well, I was an apprentice. I did an apprenticeship with them, which is what they used to do then. And
working with rolling aluminum, or what were they doing?
Well, really, the company was very well known in the aluminum industry for rolling and process lines. I ended up being involved in the commissioning of shape systems and shape rolls and the spray bar technology for them. Spent a lot of time with, it became Davy McKee.
Well, so that is interesting that you first worked in the industry, learning production yourself, and then went on to sales.
It was a very good experience to understand what the mills technically were about, and actually working with the equipment that we were installing and making modernizations, upgrades, and really leading to a better product, better quality strip.
Yeah, well, there's been quite an evolution within the rolling mill industry from the time you began to today.
Exactly.
Is that something you could summarize a little bit so people might know?
Sure. A very interesting, over the years, progression with technology that's available, sensor shape rolls, and more improved performance of control systems. The system loops have got faster, and they obviously it ends in much more improved flatness. People understand flatness more, and also gauge tolerance. Especially in the aluminum industry, thickness is absolutely critical, and the sheet is flat and has a good profile to the sheet. And people have learned over the years using nice, good quality sensors, reliable sensors, to get a lot more out of the mill. People want wider product, faster product.
Sensors have enabled producers to know immediately what is going wrong, basically, and fix it.
Exactly, and also measuring the flatness, measuring the shape, and reading the thickness with improved thickness gauges, high-speed response systems. And so what we've seen in the industry is tighter tolerances. People are focused more in areas of upgrades that give them a lot of bang for the buck and really improve what their performance is. The trend is really there's not so many new mills being built these days. They're going back to looking at what they have already, trying to make improvements.
You, from Davy, then forward?
I left Davy and went to Mannesmann DMAG, which was the German mill builder, and Mannesmann became SMS DMAG, but I was with Mannesmann for quite some years, and spent a very short time after that with Daniele, a very short period, where I came across to work for IAS. IAS is an Australian-based company originally.
And what do they do?
Well, we do all flat roll product. We do all aluminum, from cold mills, foil mills, hot mills, for automation of the control. We also do a tremendous amount of work over the years in consulting, and we've always been known for our rolling mill training, which is
the training. Yes. I had understood that they offer training courses. Tell me a little bit about those.
Sure. Actually, in next year, we happen to be having our next IRTC rolling course.
And what does that stand for?
That's the International Rolling Technology course. Okay. It's a week-long course. It's held in an off-site location in a hotel, and it's very specific for engineers to come, production people, and very focused on rolling, using our mill simulation models, and learning advancements in the technology.
Okay, one question you could answer is about flat roll products, which initially were a lot uh, moving metal for cans.
Yes.
And now, because of a lot of things that have happened in our favor in the aluminum industry, we're moving into the automotive industry.
Yes.
And how do you achieve that kind of sheet? What's the processing for that?
Well, I think it's interesting that over the years, people are very focused on food, beverage products, and now with the big push into automotive, the major companies that are going hard after automotive, there's different ways of producing the automotive sheet. Obviously, Alcoa came out and announced their um, way of operation for production, and there's another process with the hot rolling. At the end of the day, it's who's going to achieve the best quality. Surface critical for body and white panels. There's an inner panel and outer panel. The outer panels are absolutely surface critical. So where we help play a role is that we're very specialized in the quality to get good gauge performance, good consistent sheet. Um, we have some interesting technologies that we've developed with roller centricity compensation. We've worked in the profile, so profile plays a huge part in the aluminum manufacturing because it follows right through the process. And I think at the end of the day, with automotive, whoever comes up with the best product is probably going to win. So it's going to be a surface critical gauge performance and very much in flatness, how flat the product is, um, and can be used easily in automotive manufacturing.
And are you finding that IAS is getting a lot of jobs now for producing automotive sheet?
We've really been at the very front end of this with a lot of studies and things for companies where we evaluate what they have and see what it's needed to make the improvements to get to that point. And so people have used IAS to help them study and see what they have, where they need to go. And so from that standpoint, we've been very busy.
And I wanted you to mention a couple of the individuals at IAS because I believe that they developed a lot of the training themselves.
They did, exactly. Some of the people like Glenn Wallace and Tino Dimanti are very instrumental over the years in developing training. They're very hands-on with the training courses. We also sell a CD, it's like a DVD, and it's called the APT, Advanced Personal Trainer, and it's sold per mill, and engineers that have association with that mill can log in with a password, and they can access the CD or DVD, and it's just showing animation of rolling, and it's to teach operators and maintenance some of the process that goes into rolling through a DVD. And then obviously the rolling training courses every year, which are away in a hotel for a week, which is the IRTC. And then also we'll go to a company, to our plants, and do a specific course where a customer may say, I need help in the flatness area. Can you teach our guys more about flatness rolling?
Yes.
And we'll put on a dedicated course at the plant, 2 days, 3 days.
And are you just covering North America or?
Pretty much we're wide open to pretty much most of the world. China, tremendous amount of references in China. Um, the US seems to be very buoyant in the aluminum industry now.
Yes.
It's come back quite strong. We're seeing a lot of activity, certainly a lot of proposals, and proposals lead to orders. So, so we're seeing it very strong also in copper and copper alloy. So we're seeing which is interesting. We see Europe has slowed down quite a lot in this area, but North America is very busy right now.
Well, it's been very good talking with you today, Nigel.
Thank you very much, Emery. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.